I love, like, it's kind of a cool little shot there of the tournament venue. You guys get to see it live when it's when it's full. I don't know what's happening over there. And then as you know, the venue changes throughout the day. It's just kind of, I think it's neat. We've added a lot of new features this weekend, and I think that's a lot to do with some behind the scenes work from our new director Jeremy. So pretty cool, very, very, very good. We get some breaks now. That's usually that's definitely a big help.
Yeah, the breaks are really nice.
I know
if you guys haven't noticed, I've been feeling a lot more fresh. I'm sure you have.
Absolutely.
Just getting these breaks in between, it keeps the commentary going.
Yeah, I know some people have been asking, like, why are we taking breaks? Like, are you not taking breaks at home? Not walking away from your computer at all? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I won't follow that. I won't continue down that road. But, you know, people need breaks, even short ones. But I think we've really kind of implemented a neat way to do that. And I think it's helpful for us. So, and which, in turn, kind of trickles down to you guys, making us feel a little bit better. But we were talking about Modern. Have you seen what Gavin's doing? Gavin Verhey is doing with Overextended.
Yeah.
On Moto. Like, I haven't played it at all. But have you played it?
I've fooled around a bit with other people who are playing it.
Okay.
Like made some brews.
Okay.
But I haven't like played matches yet.
Okay.
Like I had somebody be like, "Hey, have you played this at all?" And I was like, "No, it sounds sweet. Let me brew something up." And literally just like open up my Magic Online account and start dragging cards, you know, like.
So for those who don't know,
I beat him.
You what?
I beat him. But
well, for those who don't know, like, what's the difference between Modern and Overextended?
So Overextended, he wants to have a much larger ban list. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think, isn't Overextended Invasion forward?
Yeah, it's Invasion forward. Isn't Modern Invasion?
Is it Masked block? It's Masked forward? Okay, I thought he started at Invasion, so it didn't have like Brainstorm and Counterspell. I think that was the idea. I think the original idea people were saying about...
Yeah, I thought it was Invasion forward.
Yeah, I think the original idea was saying Masks forward because that's where the reserved list doesn't apply any longer.
But Masks, you still have Brainstorm
and Counterspell. You still have Brainstorm and Counterspell. So I think the idea was to cut Masks out of the format just to
and
cut
Lynn
cards
Civvy,
like
you don't
that.
want to let people,
right,
you know...
Lynn Civvy, banned in, well, standard right now. Not legal in standard. So we just got our deck list here for our match. We have Twin Blade, played by Michael Martin.
So Michael Martin on the left here, piloting a Twin Blade deck. It's very similar to the deck we saw Jerry playing earlier. Then on the right we have Joshua Cho, and Joshua will be playing Black-Red Vampires. Joshua is the player that eliminated Jerry Thompson from this tournament.
Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that. So Joshua leads with Lava Claw Reaches, and Michael with Michael with an island on the play.
I actually saw Jerry in between rounds, was talking to him, and he commented on how well Josh had played against him. So,
okay, well,
it's a pretty nice compliment for Josh.
Doesn't bode well for Michael, though. Playing a very similar list.
Yeah.
So, turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic into Batterskull.
But again, Joshua doesn't have that key
turn
1 drop against Caw-Blade. And the Vampires deck really, I've been saying this a lot, and I've been saying it for a long time. The Vampire deck doesn't beat a Caw-Blade deck by out-carding it. It beats a Caw-Blade deck by out-tempoing it. So you really need to curve out. So he wants, now he just needs to use a removal spell.
Well, if you're going to miss
Unless he has like a Crush in hand or something absurd, which he's not even playing, man.
If you're going to miss your 1-drop, Lava Claw Reaches is the land you want, though, on turn 1, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely. But the thing is, the deck plays enough redundancy in the 1 and 2 spot that Lava Claw is just a fine land to play like on turn 2 with another 1-drop, or on turn 3 alongside a 2-drop.
Viscera Seer from Joshua after bolting away that Stoneforge Mystic. And he draws the Sword of Feast and Famine.
So Michael's going to preordain here. He looks at both cards, puts them on the bottom of his library, and draws a card. Looks like he found another Stoneforge Mystic, and that's bad news for Joshua.
Here we go. Looks like land. Yeah, crack it, Stoneforge Mystic.
And this just doesn't even seem fair.
Yeah. I just got rid of that. Play another one?
Oh, he almost presented without finding an equipment. Close.
Sword of War and Peace. So now he's got the trio in hand. He's got Batterskull, which we saw him tutor up. He's got Sword of Feast and Famine, which he drew, and now he has Sword of War and Peace. So that Stoneforge Mystic, if it sticks around, is really going to do some work in cheating out some equipment.
This is one of the really frustrating things about being on the draw against Caw-Blade. If they go Stoneforge Mystic, you can't even do anything with turns 2 and 3. You just have to kill the Stoneforge Mystics.
Josh has done a good job of that. There he's got a Gatekeeper turn 3 and gets in with the Viscerous here. Right. Nice little bit of card advantage, too. Like, I get a dude and you lose a dude.
Now Michael's going to start looking for a Squadron Hawk here. That'd be the best thing he could find.
There it is.
And he finds it.
And both of these guys having just the the perfect cards. Yeah. Just the right cards for the right time.
And had Josh had that key 2-power 1-drop here, his Michael would already be at 13, and it would be in a much more precarious situation.
He's his 4th land, and
we just got a tweet in from Armadillo, who says overextended starts at Invasion because Mask Block isn't available on Magic Online, and that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Armadillo Al. I know, I read it like you said it first, but I think then I realized what it may actually say. So. At least it sounds a little better when you say Armadillo Al instead of Armadillo. So Joshua gets in with his Gatekeeper and adds a Bloodghast to the board. Plays a Verdant Catacombs. Passes back to Michael. So
let's see. He has an instant speed removal spell.
A ton of cards in hand here. Stoneforge Mystic number 3 for Michael.
He passes the turn to Josh. Let's see what Josh does. Josh says Stoneforge is fine. Now, what Josh is going to try to do here is Josh is going to bash with his Bloodghast and his Gatekeeper after he casts this Galastria Highborn. And Michael's going to have to make a block. So, if he doesn't, he can really just get blown out by a Go for the Throat on his next turn, but he may be tempted to take this damage, putting him down to 11, and then on his next turn, he's probably going to try to use the Stoneforge to drop an equipment into play, and then go ahead and, just ride that to victory.
Right.
Okay, so he is going to block. Blocking is definitely the safe play there. It gets rid of the Bloodghast. He's going to have to pop that fetch land.
How does the timing of that trigger work? Because Bloodghast goes to the graveyard, right? Which
puts the trigger on the stack.
Puts the Highborn trigger on the stack, right?
So then when you sacrifice the land,
cracks the fetched land, then
returns the Bloodghast.
The Bloodghast can return. Is that a May ability? On the it's the Bloodghast.
So he taps the land, drains for 2. And Bloodghast comes back.
I didn't know if he missed it or...
No, he didn't miss it. That's the order of the triggers.
Right. No. I was just wondering if he forgot. That was all. It looks like he didn't because he was
I think
messing around with it.
They're talking about it now, but
Yeah.
that seems to be how the triggers are ordered based on what I...
No blood
I guess
gas.
the judge disagrees with my assessment.
Yeah. I don't think that's too much of a problem for Josh, though. He does have another fetch land in play, but
yeah. Now he plays this sort of feast and famine, and I'm guessing he's going to go for an equip on this Stoneforge Mystic. But when he does that, I mean, there's nothing else he can really do with white red. So he can play another Hawk.
right, another Hawk or the 4th Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, now Joshua's going to crack this fetch land. He's going to return the Bloodghast, and he's going to cast a Go for the Throat, targeting the Stoneforge Mystic. Then if Josh is able to draw a red source, he has Michael dead on board. And that's also true if he draws a Bolt. And, oh, that's actually just true no matter what. Joshua wins this game. He has Highborn plus 0, so... Joshua just won. He Go for the Throats the Stoneforge in response to the equip. At which point he gets to untap.
Okay, I was going to say, where'd the Bloodghast go?
He cracks, puts his opponent at 3. And then he's able to sacrifice creatures to the Seer and lethal his opponent out.
Yeah, so Joshua Cho knows how to play vampires.
Yeah, he timed that game very well. Vampires is a deck I really enjoy playing. I haven't played much with it in tournaments, but when I play online standard, I've been playing with it a lot recently.
Yeah.
It's very much my style.
It just has so much kind of reach, really. Like,
it's got a really interesting angle of reach.
Right.
And I really like this build he has. You know, he's playing 23 lands, which is more than normal. He's got he actually has less 1-drops than normal, which is really surprising. But he's got a lot of removal. A lot.
Yeah, he's got Active Aggression, Crush. Well, just to read off the sideboard: Active Aggression, Crush, Soulbuck, Lifestaff, Arc Trail, Skin Render, Duress, and Vampire Nighthawk. So.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like it says Gush.
Yeah, I was actually going to make a comment. I was like, awesome.
Gush
is so broken.
It's going to return 2 islands instead of pay
It's
that.
like drawing 4 cards for 0 mana. Alright, so post sideboard, how do you think these people are going to sideboard here?
Kind of wondering that myself. So Crush definitely seems like it goes in there.
Yeah, and I imagine he's going to bring in Duress as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be really nice for him to be able to Duress as a like counter to a Stoneforge Mystic. Because if he can nab that equipment out of his opponent's hand, then he can get a pretty big advantage here. Now, on the play, I'm not sure if Josh would really want to take out some of his more aggressive cards like Pulse Tracker, but on the draw, those might not really have value against a Squadron Hawk deck. I'm not really sure how he sideboards. This is an interesting sideboard.
Yeah.
He has 2 Sylvok Lifestaffs. That's something you don't really see that often.
Yeah.
He has double Skin Render. I like that a lot.
I like the Skin Render. That's what I'm sitting here looking at the Skin Render, wondering if that...
Yeah, every time I see Skin Render in somebody's deck list that's doing well, I'm always like, why don't more people play with that card?
Yeah.
That card's so good.
Really, Skin Render just seems so strong, especially like with... You got so many other like 2-for-1s kind of going on. I mean, you've got Gatekeeper, you've got Skin Render, like just to add to that kind of redundancy of I'm gonna get a guy and you're gonna lose a guy kind of thing, and that's big.
Yeah, and Manic Vandal's like that too.
Yeah, it seems like
like Callblade,
really
Vampires has a lot of card advantage embedded into it, and Vampires is also very strong for this new metagame because it's, for the new metagame, I think Vampires is a pretty nice angle because it just crushes mono red.
Yeah.
the big issues here are that Valakut is going to dominate Vampires.
Yeah,
Vampires does not do well against Valakut.
Vampires does have the ability, just like every deck, to play Surgical Extraction, which can help against Valakut. You know what I mean? It gives it some game, right? I mean,
and the other thing is that you get your Bloodghast draws, and Bloodghast draws crush Valakut.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking.
Although I don't know if they crush Overgrown Battlement Valakut. They do crush like Lotus Cobra Valakut, but
yeah,
I don't know if people will play that with so much spot removal.
Yeah, it seems like Overgrown Battlement's better. But I mean, when Vampires doesn't have to worry about fighting Callblade, it has just having those slots for things like Surgical Extraction and Memoricide for these two combo decks that are at the top of the format, of the remaining format. So, and I think that really gives it a lot of game against those decks. So looking at Michael's sideboard here, he's got Pyroclasms and Celestial Purge. That all seems
both
good.
Pretty good. Inferno Titan also very, very good.
He's got 2 copies of Spellskite, which seem pretty good as well. So he's got a number of things to bring in. He's got one of Consecrated Sphinx, not necessarily to bring in here, but I just like it and I wanted to mention it. I love that card.
Yeah, there are 9 cards that Michael wants to bring in here. I wonder if he takes out his combo.
That would be interesting, yeah. Kind of saying,
I think I would, right?
Did he show? I guess having the mountains showed Joshua that he was playing that. So looks like Michael leads with a turn 2 Squadron Hawk to Josh's Swamp. What do you think about that? Do you think more Vampire decks should run Surgical Extraction? It's a question from Twitter, so figured I'd bring it up here.
I don't know. I think Surgical Extraction, I think it's definitely like a strong card that can neuter decks. But one of the big issues is that to make it strong, you have to play a lot of discard. And it's really hard to jam Vampires a lot of discard because you need all of your cards to always do something. It's a deck that wins off of reach.
Right.
And the worst kind of reach in Magic is discard spells. The cards you want to finish your opponent off when you're in that end game point, discard spells are really bad. So I feel like the deck might be trying to do too many things if you do that.
Yeah, you make really good points there. So what card is that he has altered or something like?
I think that is a beautiful Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't have a single spot of red on it on the entire card. But we'll hopefully get to see that momentarily. But there it is. He's like, what is that?
That's a pretty good looking bolt.
That is a lightning bolt that has been altered entirely to take up the entire card.
I want to get altered bolts that look like that.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's so sick.
So Michael now has 2 Hawks.
But I do think Surgical Extraction is like an excellent type of thing for like a blue-black control deck type thing post board, because there you can really pound those discard spells.
Yeah, and counter spells.
Card draw.
Get the stuff into the graveyard as well. So, speaking of discard spells, Joshua duresses Michael and sees, he didn't take out his combo because there's both pieces of it. Splinter Twin, Deceiver Exarch, Celestial Purge, and Squadron Hawk. Does that look right to you? I believe that's Squadron Hawk.
Yep. Now, there's no way Michael sideboarded in 9 cards. He still has all of this, right?
I mean, we know that he brought the purges in. Apparently, Michael altered that bolt himself. Wow, impressive.
That is impressive. All right, so he goes ahead and takes the Celestial Purge.
So Josh feels pretty confident that he can deal with that combo. Michael in with the
I really
Hawks.
like that play from Joshua. Joshua has the Bloodghast. Celestial Purge is a really good Bloodghast answer.
Yeah. Adds in a 3rd Hawk and passes back to Josh. So right now on board, Michael has an untapped mountain, a Glacial Fortress tapped, and a Seachrome Coast tapped. and 3 Squadron Hawks, 1 untapped. Joshua has a Bloodghast, which he just attacked with, a Vampire Lacerator, which he just cast, and 4 lands, which is 2 Swamps, 1 is tapped, Blackcleave Cliffs, and a Verdant Catacombs. Michael serves with the 3 Squadron Hawks.
Drops Joshua down to 13 here.
Yeah, this is looking a lot like Call Go right now.
Yeah.
The Squadron Flock coming over. So Michael seems to be missing his 4th land drop here. And I think that's what he's digging for. Preordained.
Let's see. Leaves both on top. And that's never a good sign.
So Josh's hand apparently is Bolt, Dismember, and Crush. And a fresh card off the top. What is that? What is that? So he dismembered something.
The Deceiver Exarch.
Oh, I didn't even see the Deceiver Exarch hit play. Yes. Okay, so Deceiver Exarch showed up underneath our overlays there to tap the Lacerator, and then Joshua had the Dismember for it. Attacks with Bloodghast, passes the turn to Michael. Michael adds Jace the Yawn Sculptor to the board.
And Jace the Yawn Sculptor will go ahead and... What's he going to do? Think you Fate Seal here? I'd probably Fate Seal here. Maybe not, though. Maybe you just... No, Brainstorming's probably good. Okay, I like the Fate Seal. It's really close. We know that Fate Seal is a better play, but...
So in with the 3 Hawks and passes
Josh
back.
Drops down to 8 during his upkeep.
It's kind of like Michael has 4 Squadron Hawks.
Yeah. Joshua's going to serve in with both of his creatures.
So me or Jace? Me or Jace? Me? I think it was I think that was at Mike. Yeah, definitely. So Mike drops to 11.
To 11 here.
Now he brainstorms with Jace safely at 5 loyalty, relatively safely.
Mm-hmm. Michael has that Pyroclasm in hand. Ooh, Michael may have sideboarded out all of his artifact stuff. His Stone Forges.
Yeah, maybe that's what he sided out.
And then Joshua sides in Crushes and stuff.
Which are just dead, yeah.
And they're just dead cards.
That's really interesting because
That's
you're right.
cool.
Like you suggested siding out the combo. He decided he's better off keeping that combo and siding out the Callblade part of the deck. That's kind of interesting.
It looks like that's exactly what happened. Well, that's Spellskite.
We have yet to see a single card that represents the Stoneforge Mystic package. It's really pretty cool. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, it's a really interesting play.
So it looks like Joshua should drop to 4 here, right?
Yeah. He's at 4 during his upkeep.
I mean,
Michael drops to 10, pops that fetch land. And I think that may mean that he has a Deceiver Exarch in hand.
Deceiver Exarch for your Lacerator, and that will take us to game 3. So Joshua scoops his cards up. All right, so Joshua will be on the play in game 3. We'll be looking for that ever elusive 1-drop, as you mentioned, especially on the play.
Yeah, we haven't seen it that much from these Vampires decks today. I'd really like Joshua to do well. I think it's nice to see, you know, people who have been commended for their play actually getting rewarded for it.
Right.
You know? It's a good thing. It's also a good deck to be a good pilot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of interesting interactions.
It's a deck that is a lot harder to play than people give it credit for. You see Matt Landstrom.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Top 8ing.
That guy.
Like, top 8, top 8, top 8, top 8 with Black-Red Vampires.
Yeah, he's a master with that deck. I mean, if Edgar Flores is the blue-white Callblade master, Landstrom is the Black-Red Vampires master. I mean, that guy. There's so many options with that deck, so much versatility and so much reach. Just the Highborn, the Bloodghast, the Viscera Seared, the Lava Claw reach is just giving that extra little push, and it's pretty impressive just the kind of things that can happen. Just during one turn with a vampire list. So. We may have seen active aggression going in from Josh. Josh's sideboard into his deck. Not for sure, but looks like a possibility. Maybe he boarded out Viscera Seer is the question. I think we're just getting some reports from the table, but we'll try to confirm that, or we'll just see what happens.
Active aggression would be interesting. I'm not sure if that belongs in his deck.
Yeah, I don't know what would be the benefit of that besides just like stealing a Deceiver Exarch. Like,
but then it still has the thing next turn.
Yeah, exactly. It just only saves you for a turn, so I don't know how.
And then you can't even attack them that turn that you're saved. Or the next turn, because they can just make infinite guys to block.
Right. It doesn't seem that good.
Maybe he didn't side those in. We never know. Now, do you think he took out the Arc Trails?
We haven't seen any, and he's got to make room for some of that stuff somewhere. Yeah. You wonder if did he, what is his take on Michael's lack of Mystic action there? Did he board it out, or did he think he didn't draw it, didn't see it?
It's pretty hard to assume that your opponent boards out their Stone Forges.
Yeah, so I think do you think he goes with a safe play of just keeping the crush?
I don't know.
Just to be safe?
I mean, he didn't see any artifacts even last game.
Yeah.
So, no artifacts or Stone Forges. Maybe he's onto him?
Right. I mean, but even so, like, if Michael made any changes in between, then, or at least made it look like he made any changes, it's definitely one of those the poison cup kind of thing, and really what it is he's just immune to the poison.
Yeah.
He's trying to next level each other there, and it's not I just wonder if just keeping the crush is just a safe bet, just
and
in
there
case.
it is. The lacerator on the play is just so strong.
So there we finally have a turn 1.
Joshua drops down to 19.
Guy. So yeah, Joshua's happy to drop to 19 when he can keep a lacerator. Lacerator.
Michael have the dismember. Doesn't look like
in
it.
for 2. And Highborn comes to join the party for Josh.
See,
Michael now has a Celestial Purge for the Highborn.
Okay, so Michael does not have a Pyroclasm. That would have been very bad for Joshua there. Celestial Purge, very strong card, especially against a black-red deck.
Yeah. It doesn't really get any better than against a black-red deck.
Mana.
I remember playing it just to fight a Johnny Vengeant. So Joshua drops to 18. Michael looks like he's about to drop to 15. So Lava Claw reaches from Josh, and there we go.
15.
Michael now at 15 from that lacerator, and Joshua has no follow-up there. So. And Michael preordains into a Spellskite and adds that to the board. That will stop the bleeding a little bit, unless Josh has an answer for it, which he may very well have. But yeah, he does. There's a Gatekeeper. Sacrifice your Spellskite. In with the Lacerator yet again. So Michael now down to 13 life. Adds his 4th land to the board. And here comes is that the Pyroclasm?
That is a Pyroclasm.
Full art Pyroclasm. So that will...
that's going to put a damper on Joshua's day.
Yeah, that's definitely the exact kind of card Michael needed.
Not only does he have that, but then he has a Squadron Hawk to follow it up.
Right. Follow up with the Hawk, and is he getting all 3 Hawks here? Yeah, all 3 Hawks.
And he's just winning with these Hawks now. Now, somebody commented that, if you steal the enchanted Exarch in response, then you can wait till their end step and
make all the copies
and kill them on your turn. But that requires a lot of mana. That requires having 4 untapped lands when you pass the turn, because your opponent's going to tap one of your lands with their Exarch. So it seems like a difficult endeavor to pull off.
Well, you could float the mana, though, right? I mean, if they... Wait a second, they tap... Yeah, you're right. Never mind. They're at the end of turn. Yeah, never mind. I keep thinking that Exarch has haste, not flash. Well, flash and haste.
Joshua goes ahead and activates this Lava Claw Ratius, I think. Maybe as a Gatekeeper. It's also reasonable. Activates the Ratius. It's blocked. Passes the turn. Wow, so he does have the Stoneforge.
Yeah, at least this game he does. He may have just brought it back in.
The combo.
Hoping, yeah, maybe that's what happened. But nice bit of a potential tomfoolery from Michael there. Shenanigans.
Because I really don't know what else he would have taken out. He took out like the Spell Pierce, the Mana Leaks, and the probes. It's not nearly enough.
Yeah, I mean he's got...
These cards he's got in here. He probably took out 1 Hawk. He only had 3
well,
Hawks, right?
I think, no, he tutored up 3 when he played the first one this game.
Okay.
Here, so he's got all 4, yeah. There, see, there's 2 right there.
4.
Legacy Challenge player, if you now get the match slips in, we are ready to give you your prizes. If you think you've learned something in the Legacy Challenge today, come off to the side of the stage and we'll take care of it.
Alright, now Michael's going to go ahead and play this batter skull.
Yeah, hard cast batter skull. Joshua really has, it seems like he's really living off the top of his deck right now.
No, I
mean, he does have a little bit in hand.
I think he's kind of hoping that Michael bashes with his 2 guys. That's kind of dream scenario for him right now. But Michael plays smart and chooses to leave back his creatures. Josh is going to take this opportunity and he's going to crush that batter skull.
Yeah, so Joshua kept the crushes just to be safe, even though he didn't see any artifacts last game. Go for the throat on your Squadron Hawk there, Michael. And untap. Here comes Lava Claw Reaches. Chump block with Squadron Hawk. And both players with empty boards now.
Yeah, but Michael is going to have the trump card here.
Inferno Titan. Three to the face.
Titan puts Josh down to 13 here. And Joshua has to go for the throw in hand, so he can answer this.
Passes back, so again, empty board from both players.
Yeah. Now, Michael's just going to tap out and play Jace. It's pretty interesting. It's going to die to the reaches, but I mean, I think he just wants to brainstorm right now.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see what he's going to do here. I guess he's going to brainstorm, and he finds another Celestial Purge. That's going to be pretty good. That's an effective answer to that Lava Claw Reaches, which is Joshua's main plan of attack here. I guess he'll probably just pass with this mana up because he can be pretty certain that Joshua's going to go for the Reaches to attack the Jace, and that's going to give him a great opportunity to Celestial Purge. Now, let's see what Joshua does here. The most common line of attack here would be to activate your Reaches and pump it once at the Jace.
Yeah.
Josh may read his opponent for the Celestial Purge. He's seen Celestial Purge already in this match. So perhaps he knows better and is able to note, but that definitely seems like the right play to me. That's the play I would have made.
Yeah, I mean, my question was...
he's got the Celestial Purge.
My question was whether or not, did he even have anything better to do, even than running it into a Celestial Purge? Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe he just didn't have any better play anyway, and may as well like call his bluff possibly. Make him have the Celestial Purge.
And it looks like another Inferno Titan might be coming down. I think that's an Inferno Titan in his hand. If he doesn't play it, I'd be very surprised.
Stoneforge Mystic. He does have a Pyroclasm in hand. Is it possible you...
Yeah, maybe I saw the Pyroclasm and thought it was an Inferno Titan.
I think he has the combo in there. I thought I saw Deceiver Exarch a second ago.
Ooh.
So who knows what in the world he sided out. He may have just sided in Purge and Pyroclasm. Well, no, he has the Inferno Titans. What in the world did he take out?
He has the Spell Skites. We saw them.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm almost positive I saw the Exarch, but I guess I could be wrong. He has to have sided out something.
It's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah. But Stoneforge Mystic grabs a Sword of Feast and Famine.
It's a pretty good combination. You've got a Chase and a creature with protection from black in play against the Vampire's deck.
Yeah.
you're usually in pretty good shape.
Michael's side of the board is basically banned as of July 1st.
Yes. Next week, you will not be able to play Michael's side of the board.
Yeah. So Josh plays Calastria Highborn, trying to defeat this.
All right, and Crush, that's a good start.
Yeah. Crush for the sword will make things a little less difficult for Josh.
Now, let's see if I think Michael's probably going to go ahead and. Are you sure that's not an Inferno Titan?
No, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking. Oh yeah, that is. You're definitely right.
Okay.
I thought I saw Pyroclasm there. You know, maybe it was.
The other way.
He did brainstorm, right? I mean,
Yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
So that's what we both saw.
We're both
the
right.
Yeah. I like when we're both right.
It's the best. So now Michael's gonna think for a bit here. Is that an Exarch on top, I believe? I'd be surprised if he didn't just, play an Inferno Titan, kill a Highborn, and attack his opponent.
Yeah,
for
force
one.
Josh to have removal again, He preordains here. Into another preordain.
He's more likely to have the removal if you wait.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't get with these types of situations.
Here's a good point from Twitter. Mr. Me 355 says he probably cut 2 Dismember, 2 Probe, 2 Mana Leak, 2 Spell Pierce. He only has 1 Spell Pierce main, but he could have just cut 3 Mana Leak, 1 Spell Pierce, because we haven't seen any of that.
You're right. He only needs to cut 1 more card beyond that, so he could have cut like a Singleton Splinter Twin or something.
Yeah. And there's the Inferno Titan. Kill the Highborn, hit you to the face. Do you have the removal? Yeah, so Highborn drains Mike for 2.
So he goes up to 14, then he goes down to 13 again. All right, now at this point, Joshua looks like he's just been closed out of the game. He's been Caw-bladed. Stoneforge Mystic is so unfair.
It's just a Squire. I mean, plus Demonic Tutor plus an Aether Vial. How strong could that be? I mean...
Yeah, it just seems absurd to me.
It's so bad if you don't have equipment in your deck.
How situational.
I know, it's too narrow. I mean, look right now, it's just a Squire. That's just terrible.
Now, I think Joshua's thinking about whether or not to scoop right now, probably. Although, I've said that a few times where I've just watched the person win.
Yeah, well,
so.
Exactly. I've seen that happen
I don't
too.
know what's in his hand.
Like, it's pretty bad. There's absolutely no way he can win this. Oh. He top deck. Oh, and he wins. Weird. Didn't see that. So, yeah, I don't know, but... We don't know what's in his hand, that's for sure. I believe another Highborn is something I kind of saw flashes of quickly, but...
And now,
not really where he wants to be right now.
let's see. I mean, this is a really, really rough spot. And that's probably going to be it. I don't know what Josh has in his hand, but if he doesn't kill the Inferno Titan before the combat step, we can be pretty sure that he's not going to kill it at all.
Yeah, ban Inferno Titan. Obviously that is taking over the game here.
It had nothing to do with the cards that got him there.
Nope. Celestial Colonnade wakes up.
I like the art on Celestial Colonnade.
It's weird. It's like
It's kind of like
like these stones that are like tubular, like kind of falling. And there's like just little guys, really little tiny dudes down there, which I never noticed until I saw the large art at the artist table. Actually, the artist for Celestial Colonnade is here today, Eric Deschamps. He was in Boston.
That's actually why I mentioned the art on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Boston, and I saw a large print of it, and I went, "There's little people in that artwork. I never noticed that before." So there we have a dismember for that Inferno Titan.
If he's gonna kill it, I'm not sure why I didn't do it pre-combat. But
yeah, I don't know if he's trying to kill it or just save
so put him
5
at 1.
life. Well, I mean, he hardcast it, right? So
he's got to gain 5.
Basically, yeah, that dismember was just gain 5 life. Chase Fate Seals. Pass the turn. Wow. You never thought dismember said gain 5 life, did you?
Never did.
Never realized that.
Surprised he didn't just kill the colonnade.
Yeah, I mean, why not get some value out of it, right?
Oh, if he kills the colonnade, then he can't sacrifice his fetch land because his opponent will just pump the Inferno Titan to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually needed the full 5 life.
That is nuts. Don't know that it's going to make a difference other than give him just a little extra time to delay the inevitable, but... Is it a card that can get him back into the game? Is it an answer for Inferno Titan?
And he needs an answer for Inferno Titan and Celestial
no
Colonnade,
answer. So Michael Martin.
Michael Martin making it to
wins
the top
round
8.
10, yeah, advancing likely into the top 8. I mean, he has to be in top 8, right? Twin Blade.
They were both, these players were X1.
How much
correct?
time left? 2 minutes left in the round. Okay,
Wow.
yeah, both of these guys. That was a really good match to watch because there was a lot of decisions from really good play from both players.
Yeah, both of them played really well. We watched Joshua play that Vampires game to a T in game 1. We watched Michael do some really sneaky stuff in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, at least it looks like it was pretty sneaky. We assumed that that's what he did, where he sided out the Stoneforge Mystic and equipment.